Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. I'm Ombra and today we're gonna make a tier list of the Evil Faction Commander in the new version of the game, Rise to War 2.0. In this video we don't gonna consider the statistic, the equipment, the synergy between commanders and also the troops. We're gonna consider only the skills of the commander for determining what commander have the best skill set right now in the game. For determining what is the best skill and what is the best commander, I just give a value to every single statistic, every single fount of damage, effect, bonus, debuff of the game, and I make that in form of number calculation. So every skill gonna have a skill value, and every commander gonna have a total power value, and the real value is just the 3 skill you select, because you can only bring to the top 3 skill on a commander. I don't gonna explain you everything on this video about how I made this calculation, but I'm gonna give you the chance to look at it, just linking this spreadsheet to you also. You're gonna find the link on my Discord like always, and also I'm gonna post that on a Gore Discord, very good community, and the Fellow of the Rings Discord, and in the official Discord of the game. The first commander is Adune, and we have 2 skill over 2.6k and 1 skill over 2.3. That means you have the real value of 7.6k, and this is enough for place Adune in 8 tier between 7 and 8k. The second commander is Azog, and still here we have 3 skill over 2k and 2 of these is over 2.5. The overall kit is better than Adune, but you can select only 3, and for this reason the real value is 7.4k. So Azog is a bit inferior than Adune, but higher enough for be considered A tier. The next commander is Azur Core, and here we have very bad kit, a total power of only 4.5 and a real value of 3.6. There's no specific skill very strong right here, and for this reason Azur Core go in a F tier at minus than 4k of power. Then we have Berutiel. In this kit we have 2 skill decent because it's more than 2.3k, but we have also 2 skill under 2k, so the real value is 6.5k, is not so bad, and for this reason Berutiel go in a B tier between 6 and 7k of value. Next commander is the Black Serpent. Here we have the Fire Dancer with 2.7k of power, also the Horn of Arad with 2.4, not so bad, but still we have 2 skill, very bad. The real value is 6.4k, so I'm gonna place the Black Serpent under Berutiel on a B tier. Now we talk about Cestaro, and here we have 1 skill over 3k of value, and that is very high, and also 2 skill over 2.6. The real value of this commander is 8.3k, it's very high and strong, and in fact Cestaro is S tier between 8 and 9k of value. And after a strong commander, of course, we have Glasha with 3.9k and ridiculous skill with 600 of value. Glasha go directly in F minus than 4k, a bit better than the Azur Core, but still terrible. Now we talk about Gorbag, and here we have 2 skill at 1.8k, not so bad but still not enough, and then 2 terrible skill. The real value of Gorbag is only 4.7k, not enough for be a C tier, but definitely enough for be a D tier. And after Gorbag we have Gottmog, another Orcs commander with 1 skill with 2.2 skill value, but then 3 skill, 2 of them under 1k and 1 on 1k, so 4.2k of value. It's really low, just enough power for don't be an F tier but close to an F tier, under Gorbag. Now it's the time to talk about Grima, and here we have 2 interesting skill, because we have the Wormtooth with 2k of value and also the Wizard Assistant with 3.2k of value. It's really good skill right now. For a real value of 6.8k, that means Grima is not enough good for be considered an A tier, but at least on the top of the B for sure. Then Grisnak with the poor kit. We have just 1 almost decent skill, 2 skill under the average and 1 terrible. terrible, for a real value of 4.8k. That lead Grishnak to the top of the D tier in the top of Gorbag. And then we have Khaldun with 2 skill over 2k and 1 skill at 1.6, for a total of real value of 6.2k. With this value, Khaldun is enough strong for be a B tier under the Black Serpent. And now I'm talking about Khamûl. I'm a bit scared about that, and also I'm a bit hype, cause actually Khamûl have 1 skill at 3.6k of value. The Shadow of the East is insanely strong. Also the ring rate with 2.6 is not so bad. The final value of Khamûl is 7.9, almost 8k of value. With this value, Khamûl deserve the top of the A tier absolutely over Adunē. The next commander is Kirun, and here we have 2 skill over 2k and 1 skill a bit less than 2k, for a total of 6.2k of value. With this value, Kirun is located under the Khaldun in a B tier. Now it's the time to talk about LOTR, and here we have 1 good skill at 2.6k and then 1 skill at 1.9 and 1 skill at 1.4. The real value is 5.995, so almost 6k but not enough for 6k. So LOTR go in a C class that probably is the best tier of the C class. Now we talk about Lurtzen, and on them we have 1 skill over 3.5k, almost 3.6k of value. Then we have 1 skill at 2.5 and we have also 1 skill at 1.6 for a real value of 7.8k. It's an high value but less than what I expect from Lurtz. And with this value, only talking about the skill value, we have Lurtz on a A tier under the Khamûl. Next commander is Maltok, and the result here is incredible. We have 2 skill over 2.5 and 1 skill over 2k for a real value of 7.3. So Maltok is actually an A tier, is in the bottom of A tier, but is still an A tier. It's pretty good in a new mod of the game. The next commander is the Mouth of Sauron, and here we have 1 skill over 2.3, then 1 skill almost at 2k and 2 terrible skill. The real value of this skill is 4.9k, and I think with this value we found the king of the tier. Next commander is Oglurg, and here we have 1 skill at 4.5k of value. That is insane amount of power. And also we have 1 skill at 2.5, so don't underestimate Axe Overlord. The real value is 8.2k, almost 8.3k. So Oglurg is absolutely an S tier and Chestaro, very good commander. Talking about Kurvan, we have 4 skill of 4, a bit under the average, and a real value of 4.8k. Kurvan with this value is located in the middle of the D class and is also probably the worst Nazgul. And now it's the time to talk about Saruman, probably one of the best commander of the Evil faction right now. We have of many color with 5.8k of value, insane amount of value. We have also the Shirkai with 2.8, the Voice of Saruman with 2.1. The real value is almost 10.8k. Power of this commander is completely crazy, and for this reason is located on S plus over 9k of value. Now we talk about Sauron, and here we have 1 skill over 3k, 1 skill over 2.4, 1 skill over 2.9, and 1 skill at 5.3k. So the kit is insane, the real value is 11.2, and it's incredible to say that for me, cause Sauron is right now not a damage dealer commander, but it's still an S plus in the top of that, cause have the best value in terms of skill right now in the game. And after the best we have Shagrat, one of the worst, with 4.1k of value and all the skill just terrible. We have them in the bottom of D class. Next commander is Sharku, and here we have 1 skill with 2.4, 1 with 2.3, and then 2 pathetic skill. So it's not terrible, cause the real value is 5.5, is not good, but it's not terrible. With this value, Sharku is in a C tier under LOTR. Now we talk about Skalhelm, and here we have 1 skill with 4.4k of value, and also 1 skill with 2.6. Then we have 2 bad skill at 1k, but the 1 skill with 4.4 is enough good for bring the real value to 8.1k, and for this reason we have Skalhelm under Oglurg in a S tier. Next commander we're talking about is Sanid, and and here we have 1 skill over 2.2, 1 skill over 3k, and 1 skill over 5.4. Here we have an insane skill and also 2 very good skill. The real value of Sanid is 10k.7, so Sanid is still an S+ commander, absolutely not the best in the game, but still S+. Now it's a time to talk about the Shadow, and here we have Undertaker with 2.1, then we have 1 skill with 2.3, and then 2 bad skill for a real value of 5.5k. I know there's a lot of fan of the Shadow and a lot of people like it, but I'm sorry to say right now, only considering the skill and not the synergy, the Shadow is C tier. And now the big fall of the Undying. Previously I have thinking the Undying is really strong on the new meta, but right now only thinking about the skill, the Undying is not so good, guys. Have 1 skill at 2.1, 1 skill at 1.9, the real value of this commander is only 5.5k, and for this reason the Undying is C tier under the Shadow. I know this last 2 position gonna give me a lot of disappointing people write me, but only thinking about what is useful and what the value, the real value of the skill is like that, it's just maths. And now we talk about Ugluk, and here we have 1 good skill at 2.5, 1 skill under the average at 1.6, and the other are bad, and the real value is 5.5. Ugluk is located on the bot of the C tier. Next commander is Yuktak, and here we have 2 good skill and 1 decent for a total of real value of 6.6k, and with this value Yuktak is in a B tier, a bit under Grima, but still really solid. And now another big boy fall, cause we have the Witch King with 1 skill at 2.4, 1 skill at 2.6, and a real value of 6.8k. That locate Witch King under Berutiel in a B tier. I know you didn't expect that from me, cause I'm always a big fan of the Witch King, but here I didn't make nothing personal, I just bring the number and give it to you. Then we talk about Yusra, and we have 1 skill at 2.6 and 2 skill almost in the average for a total of 6.4, almost 6.5k of value. And with this value Yusra is in the B tier, a bit under the Witch King. The last commander of the Evil faction is Zegrid, and here we have 1 skill with almost 2.8k of value, but then we have 3 very bad skill. With this value Zegrid is a bit superior than the Shadow, but inferior than Sharku. And that's all from the Evil faction. This is the final tier list about all the skills of the Evil commanders. I know there's a lot of commander you didn't expect to see on the top, and also there's a lot of commander you didn't expect to see on the bottom. I know for sure there's someone gonna flame me for my new tier list, but it's like that. With this new system we have to consider new factor, we cannot stay with the old thinking about the commander value. There's a new game, so you need to think about the new statistic in terms of what is very important right now. That's all for this video, I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, just smash like on that and also subscribe to my channel for future content about Rise to War 2.0. Thank you for following me and see you in the next. Woo!